What's going on, you guys? If you're new here, my name is Morgan, and welcome back to another video. So hopefully you guys can hear me better. I did upgrade my mic. I got two new microphones, as well as a computer microphone, so hopefully y'all can hear me a little bit better starting now. But I guess we'll find out when I go to edit this video how that all actually goes. But as you can tell, there are two dogs behind me. There are actually more. That's Gabby and Athena. Athena's the black and tan. Gabby is the one that has the scruffy looking face. Obviously, we are going to be making more upgrades here soon. Right now, I'm going to be upgrading my phone because that is how I do all my videos, but that will happen here soon. Hopefully. Right now, it's not going to happen right now because we did go pay a lot for the hearing test for, well, I guess that's what this video is about too, is doing the official introduction of her. Because when I did the last introduction, I didn't have a name for her, but I finally named her. And I couldn't think of a name. So we have finally officially named her. I don't know what I'm going to call her for the title of the first video because this is actually her introduction video. And I guess you could say that is her, well, she might be deaf video, but she was not a double dapple. Well, her embark test hasn't come back yet, but assuming she was not a double dapple and just has one of the genes of dapple. But I wanted to do a hearing test on her anyways. The hearing test came back fine. She's not deaf. She is very selective in what she hears, though. She doesn't hear what she doesn't want to hear, which is very, very normal with puppies. Puppies hear what they want to hear. Puppies don't hear what they don't want to hear. That's how it works. And dachshunds are incredibly stubborn. So it's also a dachshund thing, unfortunately. But I do love dachshunds. She will be an excellent, she will be maybe a little bit on the harder side to train because she is a selective hearing dog, a selective hearing wiener. So we'll see what happens. But she actually might be a little bit easier. We'll find out what she is into. Maybe food. She's really into howling in the middle of the night. So that's that. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and do an official introduction. Everybody, this is Demeter, or Demi for short. So I've been playing Hades. The game, if you don't know Hades, it came out a couple years ago. I think it was either in 2019 or 2020. You play as the son of Hades trying to get out of the underworld. And there are all these different goddesses and gods that you meet trying to get out of the underworld. But I actually already have quite a few different names. And I never thought about Demeter or Demi, but I decided to do Demeter, Demi for short. But I actually already have a Venus, which Aphrodite is way too long to say. So I decided to name her Venus instead. I have a Athena. Luna is also a goddess name, but I have Luna Freya, so I'm not going to do Luna. I did that once already. I'm not doing that again. I have Nyx. I have Freya. I have, and this is Greek, not Norse. So Freya, even though is a Norse goddess, I still am including her. And I have everybody's names, but as soon as I try to think of everybody, that's when I can't remember everybody's names. I don't have Hera, so I guess I could have technically named her Hera, but I might save that for one of the puppies in there. So Demeter's her name. Who else do I have? Now that I am trying to name everybody, I can't think of everybody's names. So I'm trying to look at everybody to think about what their names are, and I just can't. Nothing's coming to mind right now. But I do have them. I do have quite a few goddess names. So obviously, I can't rename them. I looked at Luna Frey, and she rolled over. But anyway, so that's her name. She is Baby Demeter, Baby Demi. I think I love that name for her. But again, I also have Pandora, who is a Chihuahua. Again, I'm trying to remember everybody's names, but it is actually kind of hard to remember right on spot whose names go with gods and goddesses. Because obviously I have Cyrilla or Siri, who is formerly Violet Isabel Valentine, named after Fallout 4. Lilith, Arcanine, you see where I'm going, Tiger Lily, Rainey's, Maylee's, Jahara, or JJ for short. Morning, Moon Dancer. On is not in that naming sequence. Oh, Artemis. Artemis is a name that I have from them. I forgot about Artemis. How can I forget about Artemis? And then I have obviously the males. I have Zeus. But I have less males than I do females, so I don't have all the gods named in the dogs and the males. Heimdall, who is Norse mythology. But then you have like Wolf, who's named after somebody I wrote after, a character I wrote. But then you have Asterion named after a video game character, the vampire. Or Elrond from Lord of the Rings. So, I mean, the naming thing has a certain degree of specification and a certain like genre that we're going against, a certain theme. But at the same time, it doesn't, because my husband did name some of them, or my ex now did name like Mocha and ladies named after a video game, but Mocha and Hershey and Fuzzy. And Chubby and Nia. Well, no, Mia is actually named after Resident Evil Village, so that's a lie on that one. But Chubby. Whoa! And Zero is actually named after Borderlands Zero. So there you go. But anyways, getting ahead of myself. And then, so we have baby Demeter. So say hi, baby Demeter. Say hi. This is baby Demeter. She's an extreme red piebald and the sweetie girl. She's actually coming around more. So thank you for the kiss. Thank you. She got her first bath, and she did not appreciate that first bath, let me tell you. She absolutely hated it. But so did Maka. Maka is the one I brought her home with, Miss Maka. I did name Maka after anime from Soul Eater, so. Like I said, specific things to a certain degree, you know. I have this. But anyways, everybody has a certain degree of names, but I think Demeter fits her best. I'm not going to lie. I am really happy with the name Demeter. She's already gotten her first bath, which she's very unhappy about with that too. So she's clean. She got a flea pill. She got some Bravecto. Even though she got a bath, she still finds a way to get dirty. That's a puppy thing. But anyway, so this is baby Demeter. Say hi to baby Demeter. I'll introduce Maka another time, but say hi, baby Demeter. Yeah. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. But as far as her hearing test goes, her hearing test came back great. No deafness. She's selective. Honestly, that's what it is. So that's what the vet laughed and said, yeah, she's very selective. We had to go to a specialist in Houston for this. So, everything's not cheap. Let me tell you, when you do breed dogs, you have to want the best care for them. And having to go to a specialist for these types of things is not cheap. So, just for the record, if you're ever wondering, if you want to get into breeding, do it the right way. But it's got a bear test on her. Bear, it's not really bear, but it's BAER. That was what was expensive. So the regular vet visit wasn't too bad. It was about $150 for a new person to go. But the test itself was very, very expensive. But I've seen them go up to $2,500. I have seen them go up to $2,500. So it wasn't as bad as it could be, but it was expensive. So anyways, all well ends well. Say I was an expensive puppy, but I'm glad to know she is a healthy puppy. But we're still waiting on her embark to come back to see if she has the double dapple genes. If not, you know, good. If she does, what steps we're going from there. But anyways, this is Demeter. Say hi. But anyways, we're going to end this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. And as usual, you guys, we'll see you guys next time in the next video. Oh, Brecken's up there too. Mr. the Black and Green. See you guys later.